So the global gas market is growing, at some multiple that we can debate, but 2 or 3% globally, which, I've often discussed this with Sharif, he converts that to 6 BCF a day of global gas growth, of which the majority, if not all, is actually in LNG. Put another way, LNG itself is growing on a compounded basis at somewhere between 7 and 8% on an annual basis. Put those two together, you've got rapid growth of LNG demand, and that demand has been stimulated by markets that have never had access to it before. Previously, large-scale infrastructure has been required to import LNG. That model is broken. FSRUs have changed that completely, to the point where in the last 5 years we've seen 25 new markets built up on the back of FSRUs, and perhaps another 25 in consideration today. And each of those markets is significant. Each of those markets is utilizing 3 BCF ship of storage, and it's proliferating demand on a global basis. Now, beyond that, we have demand-sized markets which are not scaled to infrastructure, but which represents another level of demand accretion. And I think when people typically look at global LNG demand, they're looking at much more conventional land-based projects. But if we look at some of the markets that have developed in just the past 5 years, Jordan, Pakistan, the Gulf in many forms, South America in many forms, we're seeing rapid uptake of LNG into those markets, just further fueling the opportunity that is created by its flexibility, its diversity. It's removing some of these markets partially from reliance on either other fuels or other suppliers. So the flexibility of LNG is sort of coming to the fore, and it's the fuel people want. And as we deliver it from the lowest cost source, the United States, by 2022 or by 2025, whichever you want, somewhere between 20 and 25% of global LNG will be sourced from the United States, which is a remarkable turnaround. And I have to say, driven by Sharif, whose vision in Cheniere, has changed the industry and almost turned it on its head from where it was just a decade ago.